Hey, what's up guys, Devil Dog Gamer here, bringing another Marine Corps Mondays, and some of you are probably looking a little confused, because it's not the usual Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 3. This is actually the hardest game I've ever played. It is called DCS A10. It is the most realistic flight simulator out there, and it is retardedly hard to learn and play. I've been working on it for about a week now. I don't even know how to start the fucking plane up. I pretty much have to sit there and auto-start it kind of deal. I don't know how to activate majority of the weapons, so I'm just practicing learning how to fly it and actually land it. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm doing a little quick takeoff, dump some of these weapons so they don't explode if I crash, and then land. And the landing is quite, I would say, I don't know what the hell happens. It looked good. It kind of looked like a good landing, but then all of a sudden, shit went bad. I don't know. You'll see. You'll laugh your ass off because it was quite hilarious. Alright, so for this Marine Corps Mondays, I decided I'm going to talk, and, subscriber mentioned I should say something about it. I'm going to talk about LAR and the LAV-25s and my unit and actually what it did. Because there's a lot of people asking me questions about LAR and the LAVs and how you become a crewman or a scout and what we actually do. Well, in the war right now, what we actually do is normal infantry stuff. But that's completely different than what we are actually, designated for and made for. And, it's light armor reconnaissance, and the reconnaissance part is actually what our job used to be. And, there's kind of like a saying in LAR that we're the tip of the spear. And that's the truth. This what we were designed to do is, an invasion force, a landing force, whatever. We would get in there before them. We would be behind the airplanes and the helicopters. We'd be the first ground units pushing through trying to find the enemy, to find out where they are, what their strengths are. We weren't out there to go and kill everybody. We were trying to find, we would be sent out there to see, what the enemy's strengths were, where they were placed, what kind of, defenses we were dealing with, and we would report back. And that's what our job would be. Harass the enemy a bit, retreat, report back. And the LAV-25 is actually made for that type of job. It's fast, it's light, it's nimble, it's got some pretty incredible firepower on it, and it can move. And that's what it's designed for. LAV-25s are fast. They are faster than Humvees. We've raced them. They're faster than anything else in any sort of military arsenal that we have. They're faster than Abrams. We actually took the governor off of one day and actually got it up to 90 miles an hour. No shit. 14-ton fucking armored vehicle to 90 miles an hour, and it's fucking I think it's like a V12 diesel turbo. I think it was. I think so. I don't know. I wasn't too paying attention with these things, but there's tons of different configurations of the LAV-25s. There's the the normal LAV-25 with the 25mm cannon. They have the LAV-AD, the air defense, which has like a Vulcan cannon on it and shit. For shooting down planes. They got the anti-tank, which has tow missile launcher, kind of like the Bradley does with that pop-out one. They actually have a mortar LAV. We used to employ them a lot, where it has, in the back crew area, you set up, an 81mm mortar, freaking open the sunroof up, flip it open, and it's a mobile mortar platform. So you'd have, indirect fire everywhere you went. So that was pretty cool. Service support headquarters, fucking, big one radios. Yeah, testing out the fucking guns on this. The guns is about the only thing I know how to use on this fucking plane right now, and that's about it. To give you some idea, the manual for this game is like 600-something pages long. It's just retarded. I spend more time fucking with the computers trying to select weapons and get their profiles set up and shit than I do actually flying it. But anyways, we'll get back to it. So, the LAVs, and they had the scouts as pretty much our infantry element, and there's 4 scouts to a vehicle, so you have the scouts in the back. It's pretty cramped in there. It's not cool. We actually have to, you can't put your packs in the inside. There's no room, so we actually tie them to the outside of the vehicle. We've had a few fall off before, which is not cool. But you tie them to the outside because on the inside it's so damn cramped. You could fit 4 guys in there. Yeah, it's not that easy, but you get a saw gunner, and then me, I had my M16A4, and sometimes I had the Barrett, and trying to get the Barrett in that thing was biggest pain in the ass in the world. So you'd have 4 scouts to a vehicle, and you know, that was if, you know, designed for if the LAV couldn't expose itself, they dispatch the scouts out. The scouts would get up onto a high spot, report back, you know, do some recon, blah blah blah. So, and then in the actual crew, you have the driver, the gunner, and the VC, which is the vehicle commander. That can be anywhere from your platoon commander, a first lieutenant, to a fucking lance corporal. I mean, we had lance corporal VCs. You know, it all depends on how they want to crew them. What we did in Iraq, though, how we were deployed, pretty much we were just a mechanized infantry. We didn't really do recon. We would go in, you know, do searches, block raids, actual raids, but we would just use the LAV-25. And actually, we did a few times where we'd just go as normal infantry. We wouldn't take the LAVs with us. We'd go on foot, beating feet everywhere. And it's pretty much, we are mechanized infantry, but we're infantry. And we could do either or. And it's kind of, they used to make a joke that the LAR was the most powerful unit in the Marines with firepower, because you had everything from air defense to mortars to anti-tank, you know, and you had it all right there in this infantry package. And it was pretty nice. I mean, I quite liked actually having the LAV there for fire support. If we were taking fire or a sniper position, we didn't have to freaking wait for a tank battalion to come, or a tank platoon to come up and you know, drop a freaking sniper hole. We could just have the LAV-25 do it, and you know, it made things a lot easier. The LAV itself, it's amphibious. It's not fast in the water. It's pretty sketchy riding it in the water. You actually have to add weight to it to make it float, because the engine's in the front, so that we have to add like a shit ton of weight to the back to fucking make it balance and shit. But they are quite, you know, they go in water, but a lot of people, the thing about the LAV-25 is if you give it too much gas, the actual water will actually come over the top of it, and then it sinks like a rock. And then you can't get out until you actually get to the bottom and it fills up with water, because you can't open the hatch because of the pressure difference. So you actually have to sit there and, you know, wait for it to fill up with water, and then open the hatch and swim all your way out. But as for the LAV-25 and its armor, we used to call them meat lockers sometimes, because if an IED hits it, it's pretty much game over for everybody inside, except for the driver, because the engine's on the right of the driver. So if the IED goes off on the right, he's pretty blocked. But yeah, I mean, I've heard some horror stories of them opening up the back, you know, the back hatches, and just freaking, it looked like a butcher shop. There's just body parts everywhere. They're not made to stand up to IEDs. We got up armor kits on them. They were a lot better, but they were heavy. They couldn't swim anymore. Personally, anything with a wheel is an IED magnet. I would rather be in the LAV-25 than a Humvee. So I quite enjoyed it. LAR is awesome. If you can get into it, it's pretty hard. I mean, they just pretty much just pick you based on your scores and SOI and shit. So that's the only way you can get into it, just by luck. But yeah, here goes the landing part. I have no clue what happens here. It's, you know, it looks good, like I'm setting up, yeah. You know, coming down. Everything's looking alright. Then we get a little bit of touchdown here. And everything looks fine. And then, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. I mean, like, seriously, this game, I swear to God, I will master it one day. I promise you guys this. I will master this game, and I will be doing loops and freaking dropping laser-guided bombs on shit and just screwing everybody's days up. I swear to God. But as of right now, I'm the biggest noob with this game. I'm almost embarrassed to show this footage, but whatever. But I'm going to be having a special announcement coming out soon, later this week. You might have noticed a lot of videos missing on my channel. That's for good reason. I'll explain that later in the week once I get the ball rolling a little more on these things. But yeah, definitely. I'm probably going to do another Battlefield 3 montage, because I had to delete mine. So I'll be grabbing more clips with that. If you have any suggestions on what I should do for Marine Corps Mondays, if you want to hear a special request of me talking about freaking recon or something, because I have a bunch of, you know, I have pretty much friends in almost every MOS. If you want to hear something about an MOS, let me know about it. You know, I'll freaking tell it to the best of my ability. If not, I'll probably get somebody over here with me who did that MOS and actually do a commentary with me. Just to let you know. I will have combat stories soon. I promise you that. I will have combat stories. I'm going to do a special one, probably my first one, because I've been debating on this, but definitely going to do my first one on my first confirmed kill. So that'll be coming up in a few weeks. So I know you guys have been waiting for them, so I'll have to bring them out sooner or later. Alright guys, rolling up to the end of this. Make sure you give it a like and leave a comment. Comments and questions are always appreciated. Until next time, guys. Peace.